What's up, everybody? This is Kurt H. I am the Lazy Farmer, and I'm back. It's Friday night. Friday was supposed to be Farm Sim Friday, but you know what? I haven't done a Run 8 in a long time, and I was kind of goofing around, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something for Run 8. So tonight, Run 8, and we are on the Roseville, or actually the Northern California subdivision. Well, actually, that's not true. Technically, it is Northern California, but we are on the Roseville subdivision. So, and we're looking at currently the LRV64. So it's a local out of Roseville that runs up the Valley Sub, which the Valley Sub leaves the Roseville Sub at the Y just east of the Davis Yard, heads out, and then it connects to, and this is a map I wish we had, it connects to the Feather River route. And I think even though the Feather River route, if we extend out the valley so we might get Oroville, and there's a little bit of work that needs to be done in Oroville, but the Feather River route is pretty much just mainline running, but it is some of the most beautiful mainline that you could possibly see. So, it's not a challenge. Yeah, we go through Dunsmuir, and Dunsmuir, if you remember your history, a few years ago, Dunsmuir had a huge derailment, and oh my God, we got toxic chemicals in the river, everything's going to die, and that river will never come back. You know what? If you go look at the river nowadays, you can't even tell. You can't even tell that they had a derailment up there. It all came back. Nature finds a way to come back. All these people that go doom and gloom, they need to just bite me. I'm in that kind of a mood, ladies and gentlemen. I am in that mood. A little under the weather. I don't know if it's allergies, cold, virus. There is a little bit of a virus going on. Oh my gosh. Of course, there's softball. We got softball game. We had a nice game against one of our crosstown rivals. We won 2-1, but that's not the story. The story was our pitcher, who is absolutely phenomenal. She is a trooper. She is a fighter. She has it's team before self with her, and she was literally throwing up, and she's going to be embarrassed at me for saying this, but she was throwing up on the mound, and she was throwing up before the game, during the game, after the game. She was sick, but that sick pitcher threw 18 strikeouts. That's just phenomenal. That's just called not giving up, and you do what you got to do to win, and that's phenomenal. All right, let's get to work. Okay, anyway, so we are looking at the LRV64, which I did a little bit of programming because it wasn't. I tried doing this a little bit earlier tonight, and here we got the little stuttering thing. I didn't have the stuttering thing before. All of a sudden I have it. Maybe it's the streaming. Maybe it's OBS. Maybe it's you guys. I don't know. So, but anyway, are we running? No, we're not running. Let's get these things fired up. There we go. Alright, we'll let them come up, let them air up. So let's go bird's eye view of what we got to do. We got a lot of work to do. And this is probably out of Roseville, is going to be the longest local, the biggest, basically the biggest local turn. Yeah, we do the Rockland Rocket, and we go up to Colfax and do all that. In fact, that is, if I remember correctly, that's what all these cars over here are. These are all the locals waiting to go out. And I learned a lesson. Don't put them in the local yard, because especially if it's the LRV64, that needs to come over here in the departure yard. So if you're looking at getting, well, let me talk about that. I'm going to back up even more. All right, so if you're looking at, you just bought Run 8. What subdivision do I buy after that? Well, you can, with the base game, you got 3 subdivisions there. So Needles, Barstow, and Mojave. You can spend a lot of time, a lot of railroading in just that. But if you're a Northern California person like I am, just get the base game and then go ahead and just get the Roseville. In Northern California, they'll take you from just west of the Davis Yard in Roseville, California, go up and over the Sierra Mountains and come out just east of Sparks. And so there's a big yard in Sparks. A lot of locals to work out of that yard. Of course, you got the Roseville. What's up, Kung Fu Beer? Oh, I'm welcome. Hey, man, you're welcome. You are welcome here anytime. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking at this stream later on, I'm going to tell you right now, go visit Kung Fu Beer. He puts on a really good show when it comes down to working down in the Southern California area in Run8. I don't think he's actually picked up Railroader yet. I will encourage him to do that because that's actually another good train game. I call it a game because there's a money component to it, but it's very well done. But if you want pure simulator, Run8 is the way to go. So I haven't found anything that plays like Run8. I had to pay at the door. Ah, you had to pay at the door. Wait a minute. You got a lifetime ticket here. Who's making you pay? That might have been my ex-wife. Well, anyway. All right. So let's go ahead. I'm going to do a little Control F11. We're going to jump into the cab. We should be aired up now. And as I'm looking, I don't think the switches are set. No, actually they are. I think they're set to go. Let's go ahead and get the dispatcher. We got him up. We're going to go tone him up, tone the dispatcher. And I was starting to say, you got Railroader. Hey, you know what? I want to come play. We got to do some multiplayer sometime, Kung Fu. We got to do that. I'm going to request a signal here. You're charging people to watch me. Okay, I want a cut of the action. That's all I'm saying. Proceed on signal indication. Let's see if I program this right, because I had to do a little bit of programming. Because at the Y, to go up the valley sub, it was not in the programming, and it actually wanted to send me over the mountain. And I'm like, no, we're not going over the mountain. Helps you take off the brakes. So, what is up? Oh, you're charging. Oh, I just saw that was Kung Fu charging. Okay, I want, yeah, wait. You're charging even Kung Fu. Wow. Alright, Hank, that means I definitely want a piece of the action. I do have Discord up. I don't even think I'm even in the Discord channel yet. I do have it up. I'm jumping, looking at my screen. No, I don't. Nope, nobody here. So I guess I will jump in. Where is my Run8? Okay, who moved my Run8 channel? There it is. My daughter got in here. Things around. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump into my streaming studio, and if anybody happens to jump in, then I'll just grab them and drag them up. Alright, let's take a look and see. He's not doing the same. He's doing the same thing, man. He wants me to... What is he doing? Did my programming not take? Let's see what he does. Let's see what he has going on here. I'm going to pull this up to a stop because he is auto. Okay, beer already knows that auto drinks, and he's got me routed straight. I do not want to go straight. I need to cut across the mains and go down the Y. Why? Because I have to. All right, take a look at some of the things. That's all right. Take a collection. I'm okay with that. All right, let's jump out. I gotta get. You know what? I'm sitting here staring at the keys, and I'm like, why is this not working? Well, it's not working because it's not Railroader. All right, so we're stopped. I need to cross over here. I'm lined over it? No, there's no other train lined over it. Or is there another train coming? I didn't see another train coming. Yeah, it's not going to let me do it. Turn off auto. That one I don't want. I might have to back up because I need to go across. I had this lined up. Auto, what are you doing to me? Let's drop the light. There we go. Let's drop that. Wait for it to set. It's an auto jam already. Katie Deck. Let's see. I watch Kung Fu, still learning Run 8 and spending lots of money on cars and locals. I did the same thing. When I started playing Run 8, I just wanted. I had to have all the car packs. And then I like what Kung Fu is doing with the graffiti. Hey, SP Bob and Grace. Oh man, he's happy. I'm back in Roseville. I'm in your backyard there, SP Bob. I am in your backyard. There we go. And what I'm going to do is I'll give myself the light. All right, we're going to go. Press again. So for Bob, what I've been doing, at nighttime, if I can't sleep, I spend a lot of time listening to the scanner on my iPad, radio scanner, and I spend a lot of time listening to what's going on in Roseville. And lately, I've been getting a lot of traffic. Normally, I don't hear it, but I've been hearing a lot of stuff off of Feather River route. They're coming down. There's issues and stuff up there. We'll get right. Let's get a Lazy Farmer logo. I'm gonna do that. Lazy Farmer. That's it. I need a Lazy Farmer logo. I'm gonna have to work with you offline and see what you did and how you did it and the whole bit. You did buy the Cajon Pass line. I had a runaway. Ah, there you go. That will happen. But was it? The Cajon's a challenging sub. It really is. Yeah. No. I'm proud you got it. What those Mojave gives you the Hatchby loop, but Cajon gives you the challenges. Now, if you really want a good runaway, you know what? There's that little short on my channel. I know Zala's going to be mad for me pointing that one out, but you come out of that, the Portage Tunnel, I believe is what it was. Hank, correct me if I'm wrong. The Portage Tunnel and the Pittsburgh sub, man, that train will take off like a rocket, and it's supposed to be 15 miles an hour out of that tunnel. So it's actually kind of comical because I asked him, I said, how fast are you supposed to be going right now? And he thought, oh, about 40, 50. No. And I think if the engineer, whoever was sitting in that seat, Zala, if he hadn't had derailing turned off, we would have landed on our side. Easily put. Kung Fu tutorial cured me after that. It's a lot of planning ahead. So, speaking of planning ahead, I don't know what I'm not even sure what I'm going to be working. I'm just jumping in here, and I'm just going to go with it. I'm going with the flow. How about this? Baseball's around the corner, guys. I'm feeling it. Let's go, Texas. You can hear me taking a lot of drinks on yeah. My throat is absolutely killing me right now. Let's go ahead and ramp this up a little bit more. So the Valley sub there's a lot of industries that we work on the way out, and then there's a good number of industries that we got to turn around at the very end, basically do a runaround, and then work the industries on the way back. Move slow and plan 3 miles ahead for Cajon, absolutely, and be prepared to stop half the distance of what you can see. I know spring training is going on down there. Yeah, I think, was it my Rangers are down there, my soon-to-be ex-team, my Oakland A's are down there. I like them, but they'll be gone by 2028. They're working on their new park in Las Vegas. Your glasses are fogged up. That's because you took your glasses out of the freezer and you're just about ready to put your Kung Fu beer in it. They tend to fog up when you do that. So let's see what I got. Monday, got softball. Tuesday, I got baseball. Wednesday, I got softball. I'm already busy for next week. I'm already scheduled. And then I have an interview. As a matter of fact, I do have an interview. Actually, it was Wednesday morning, I believe. I go back and look at my schedule, but I have an interview for a new position. Hopefully I get it. If I do, that's just more money. More money. It's all about the Benjamins. Because right now I get Benjamins and they turn into Franklins later on. I don't know how that happens. Wait, I'm in California. I know exactly how that happens. Newsome! Anyway, I'll let that go. How was everybody's week? What is track speed 15? Yeah, that's what I thought. A's train at Hohokam Stadium here in Mesa. Man, I gotta come down there then one of these days. Oh, track speed got up to 20. Okay. So I'll come down there. They move around so much. I mean, up here in Sacramento, you've got the River Cats. They used to be the AAA team for the Oakland A's. Back when I lived in Sacramento, I had season tickets to them. Right, was it 2 rows behind the on-deck circle for the River Cats, which is the Oakland A's AAA club. We would sit there. I can't remember names now, but I mean there was some big names that came up through the A's, ended up over on the Yankees and stuff. Some big hitters and some. So I mean it was kind of nice. But they would come up and they would actually have conversations with us, and and laugh and joke around and have a good time. Back speed 55. Let's get going. Welcome to the Valley Sub. What happened last night on the Valley Sub? I had made a mental note. Typical broken knuckle. Broken coupler. And apparently they didn't have the parts to refix it, so that tied this line up for a little bit. Why are the Rangers your team now? That's an excellent question. I'm going to try to say this without getting into politics, but if we remember, last year there was a movement by every team in Major League Baseball to support just support woke organizations, and the one that really got me was the Dodgers. The images I saw, what was coming out of Dodger Stadium, just and yeah, even the Giants were a part of that. The only team in baseball that wasn't a part of that were the Rangers, and they were catching some heat, and their response was, simply put, baseball is for family. We will not do anything political. We will not do anything sexual in nature. It is about baseball, and we will work tirelessly to keep baseball pure. Boom. There's my team. It's kind of like, you know, the 49ers are my football team. Sorry, Beer. I know you're a Dallas fan, but hey, you know, not everybody's perfect. You can't all root for the 49ers. And I mean, with Kaepernick kneeling, that made me mad to the point, okay, I was going to hate the 49ers, but no, that was one individual. And the only reason, and I don't hate him, I just didn't like the fact that he brought politics into the game. I don't watch baseball to think about politics. I don't watch football to think about politics. Okay? I watch it to get away from that stuff. So when I mean, they're sitting there and they, you know, the Rangers came out with that statement. They're not bringing any politics into the game, and they're not bringing. Is that a red? No, it's a yellow. In anything like that, you know what? I'm going to support that team, even if I was never going to support that team, which I kind of was already doing that in the background. So it was, for me out here, it was A's first, Giants second, and then Rangers. You know, kind of a distant third already. But that's because I was kind of growing up in the era of Nolan Ryan and following his exploits over there. I'm like, man, why can't we get a pitcher like that? Well, we did. But anyway, yeah, God bless Texas Rangers. I mean, stand strong. Keep the sport pure. Get that other stuff out of there. Politics and everything else. Other like fly by night psycho crazy movements, yeah, and like that all needs to kind of go away. Anyway, that's my rant. That's my political. Let's get back to Run 8. So what we're doing, we're just heading on the Valley Sub. This is okay, good. That switch is lined normal. And I think this industry here is actually a different local, if I remember correctly. Wait, you don't watch millionaires complain about how the U.S. sucks and is unfair? What is wrong? You know what? I know. It's, God forbid. Oh, wait, hold on. I said the G word. Oh, no. I'm going to go to H-E double hockey sticks now. Oh, wait, no, it's okay to say hell. Just can't say G-O-D. So, but I mean, that, okay, listen. You got a point, Beer. I was like the die-hard A's fan. I mean, I was almost short of buying season tickets from them. Any chance I got to go sit by third base and watch Carney Lansford work, I took it. I went and did it. Spent a lot of time at Oakland Coliseum. And even back in those days, Oakland was kind of that's a very rough area. But I went anyway because that was my team. And I did go to some Giants games. In fact, some of the rare days where you would go to Oakland and catch a morning game and go over to Candlestick Park back in those days, which that park's no longer. I miss that park. But go to Candlestick Park and catch the Giants in the evening. Well, we would go get sunburned at Oakland. And then go to go to Candlestick Park to watch the Giants, and the fog would roll in, and we'd freeze because we'd be sunburned. Summertime in the Bay Area, you can't beat it. U.S. sucks, right? That's the same country that's giving new South Korean? That's what, $700 million. The Dodgers paid somebody to come out and play, and that's how unfair the United States is. We give foreign nationals a chance to become filthy, stinking rich off of the people that buy tickets. And now they're talking about people buying tickets, and what's going on? Hank is making you pay to come in the door to watch me play our train simulator. You just gotta love the United States. Just saying. I'm getting ready. I'm fixing to get ready. I'd do a better job. I didn't do a good job last time getting some railfan in, but I'm fixing to get ready to go jump on a train to go see my daughter, which means that I will go through the Davis Yard. I wish the way Amtrak works, it does stop there by the Davis Yard. But I wish there were a lot more trains going over the mountains. I would actually get off and then catch the next Amtrak train just to go and maybe do some rail fanning in and around the Davis yard. You know what? I want a piece of the action, and then when he starts selling, Lazy Farmer T-shirts, Lazy Farmer hats, Lazy Farmer baseball, baseball bats, softball bats, footballs, things like that, I definitely want a piece of the action. And all things. And the funny thing was, I actually had some students come up. They're like, they call me. They know me as the Lazy Farmer. They wanted autographs. Sorry, I don't do that. Oh, you know what? Do I have this? I'm going into full, like, almost emergency here because I think I might have cars for this industry here if I can come to a stop. Then I ain't know where they're at. That's the other thing too. I got a long string, and I have no idea where these cars are and how they're set up. I know they haven't been sorted, so we just left the yard as it was. All right, let's go take a look. I'm gonna tap the main line here. Why? Because it's my railroad, and I said I can do it. Do I have anything here? Ooh, I do have something in here. What do I got? What industry is this? Turn that on. Turn this on. Alright, CSS. HPI. Oh, I got some. Alright. Let's see. What do I have? Do I have anything over here? Or is this another local? It has been a long time since I've been on this one. Okay. SPI, I know that's all the way down at the end. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Got a lot of cars going in there. CSS. I think I had CSS over here. Yes, I do. All right, I got 3 cars here already for CSS. Do I have any more? Like I said, a lot of. I mean, I did not pre-sort this. And I got 3 more down here. Ooh. All right, so I got 2. I got 5. I have 8. Can I fit them all? That's going to be the question. And if I can, it's because I'm brilliant. If I can't, it's because Hank set this up. There is no way I'm putting all of those in this track. All right. Ogden, Utah. Oz, I think, is up in. That's up in. Where is it? Oregon, I believe. Am I? You're right. It's a lot more fun. I mean, it is a lot more fun. HPI. I don't think I had anything for HPI. I think everything I have is going to be. Well, some of these cars are going to be going back with me. That's for darn sure. Because I got SPI. SPI. Most of these are SPI, which is Sierra Pacific Industries. So this may be just a run. I might just do a run up there. BWF, BWF. Yeah, some of these cars will be going back with me. Oh, well. Oh, well. We're going to leave this. Hopefully I got nothing coming down the Feather River route because right now the line's blocked. So, hello, dispatch? Yeah, I'll be tying up the main line for a little bit as I work these cars. All right, let's go ahead and get on the ground. We'll just make it easy. We'll take these 3 here. Close that. Open that. And we'll set that handbrake. Set that one, and we'll set that one. There we go. The 3 should be enough. We're fairly level here. All right, let's pull forward. Pull forward. Let's double check here. I want to look in. All right, I got nobody. Oh, hang on. My daughter's also messaging me as well too. Hey, just saying hi. All right. So, okay, so she's off the phone call with, anyway, I lived in Ogden Ogden years ago. The SP was big there then. Great railroading memories. I miss the SP so much. In the 60s, I was just a little kid, and I think there was at the SD9s. I have vague memories, too, of not just the SDs, but some. I could have swore there were some F units that came through. JWD. I don't think I have any JWD. Okay, let me turn that off. I'm trying to do all this without my HUD, to be honest with you. Ooh. This is where one would request mainline authority, give you permission to move both directions unrestricted in your authority block. I am the authority. But you're right. You grew up with SP and SF in Orange County. I know. Don't you just miss Southern Pacific? Actually, I just bought a book. It was Apple books for like $2.99. It's the history of the Transcontinental Railroad. So, having a lot of fun reading that. And out of all, I mean, the fact that Union Pacific, one of the original train companies, survived to this day. Oh, to be a rail baron. I'm going to throw it out there, Beer. I mean, I'm going to put you on the spot. I mean, I am all for doing a little railroader. We can do a simul stream, and we can even get Hank in there as well, too. Because I know Hank, you know, he's like very shy when it comes to doing streams. We'll just bring him in kicking and screaming. SP Train Masters in the Bay Area. I would love to have seen, was it back in the day, like, you know, because I mean, well, they tore it apart, but for the longest time as a kid, one of the ferries that used to ferry the rail cars over from, like the Sausalito area over into San Francisco, for the longest time that sat in, you know, basically beached in the Sausalito area, and then they finally tore it apart, which was, that's too bad. But, you know, eventually the number of people pushed it out of there. That and bad business management. You know what? I'm kind of the same way too, Beer. You know, if you want to record it, you can record it. I always do mine live. Although I do, I mean, I can record stuff. I did do a recording once, but I find that I get a little more kick on the subscribers. Don't you stop. I don't want you stopping right now. Come on, keep going. There you go. Good boy. There is a survivor in San Diego? Oh, nice. I did not know that. Ooh. I just, you know what? I one of these days I want to go up to Portola, and I think was it like $500? You can rent an SW 1500 for an hour, and they have a big, huge loop that you can just spend an hour driving that train around. I don't know if they have anything to work, any cars to work or anything, or if you're just doing the engine, but near the start of it, I gotta go down there and check it out. Yeah, I remember that. I think what happened to the one that was in Sausalito is when I grew up, and even when in like my high school in the 70s, I worked as a firefighter during the summer months and my junior and senior years, and it was a lot of those were demolished because the hippies got a hold of it, and yeah, it was like every time we had a medical aid call, nobody wanted to go because you would spend like your time just in the hospital getting shots. You know what? I may have to use the hood because I'm flying in here. Bring this to a stop. Yeah, this is going to be good. Might be able to get 4 cars in here. I might just put 3 in though. Okay, I brought it to a stop. Let's get the HUD up. Have you gotten yours, Hank? Your CTC milestone? Oops, I don't want to do that. Hit the wrong key. I'm at a point where I'm ready to get mine. I just haven't worked Railroader at all. As a matter of fact, I got day 11 still working. I have cars sitting in. I think I got cars sitting in Ella. Slowing down, slow down. Under 5. We're good. I mean, there's some good videos out there. Couple of individuals, one individual in particular that did it, showed it. He was all happy about it, but I'm not. I haven't built up any kind of relationship to really kind of promote his channel, and I'm not sure it's the best one to promote. But it is something that I definitely am looking into. Although with the map mod on Railroader, I'm not so sure we kind of need it. I don't know. I really can't say without really getting into it. All right, let's go take a look. Connect. Connect. Close. Okay. What did you think of it, Hank? So you saw the demo video. Because from what I've seen, not only can you control the flags, but you can also flip switches too. So, which is kind of what I'm doing now with the mod for the map. If you get enough people to do it, that would be fun to have somebody, maybe even have a rotating crew. That would be really cool to have like a rotating one person to play a dispatcher one time, next person next time. So you got Run8 on Sundays. We knew about that. Super Mega Baseball on Wednesdays, and I know that you're doing that with your family. And Sniper Elite for a few hours per week. Andy for single player chain switches. Are you talking about on the map? Katie, are you talking? Because that's what on the map. But for single player, yeah, the map mod is excellent. Come on, pull. Thank you. Century of Steam does look good, and that one is Heiss's project. If you've ever watched any of his videos, and he's got some real life stuff that he does too. Because I think he moved to the Colorado, and he works at the Colorado Railroad Museum, I believe is where he works. And so he's had some good videos on Century of Steam, and he's had some good videos about how steam engines work, how brake works, things like that. He has some really good insights into life on a railroad. So I highly recommend. I do recommend Heiss's stuff. You know Heiss? Nice. Oh, you know of Heiss. Okay. You know, Railroads Online, I don't know. I just, that one, I tried it. And I have it. Tried it. I'm not saying it's good, not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it's not for me. Kind of like Trains. I mean, I bought Trains 2022. Thank God it was on, actually, what am I doing? I want to put these in here. Shove them into here so I can shove these and I'll come back and grab these and then away we will go. He wrote the music for Railroad Online? I did not know that. He's very, very, very intelligent. I mean, I like his videos are very, like I said, very informative. I think if he ever does any Run8 videos, I'm in trouble. But I mean, going back to us saying that, if anybody, I know where Kung Fu lives. He's down there in SoCal, San Bernardino sub. It's all good. It's all good. But for those of Northern California people, all you need is the base game and the Roseville subdivision. And for first time Run8 players, I highly recommend this map. It's easy. It is very easy. And you got a good balance. You got, 3, 4 locals out of Roseville. I think 6 is what I counted out of Sparks. And then you got road trains. You can go back and forth between the two. Yeah, I think you're right, Kabir. I think he is all about the steam. And that's what he works around too in the oops. And I correct me if I'm wrong, isn't because I know that he made his own Steam. What's up, Bill? How you doing? Map mod for Run8. Mod? Did I say mod? Well, it's a mod. I mean, I guess you can call it a mod, but no, it's the Roseville subdivision. All right, let's go ahead and set the handbrake on this one. We're going to close this one up. I was only partial on that. Don't be me. Let's pull forward. Oops. Come off the dynamics. Get off the dynamics. My engineer up there in the locomotive is, well, I think he's been drinking with Otto. Doing good. Fighting a little bit of there's like a virus or something going around. We got a lot of people sick, throwing up. I had a little bit of that last night. Throat's all raw and raspy today, but I think that's more allergy related. Wait, did I not uncouple? Okay, this is what I'm saying. I cannot drive a train and talk at the same time. You know, here's, and I know you mentioned it a little bit on your stream, Beer, but I'm going to tell you, if they would let people mod in Run8 like they do in Farming Simulator, holy moly. Can you imagine we would be coast to coast with every single map. I mean, you would just see everything. I hate to run. Just had to go to my favorite place in the whole world. Work. Ah, have fun at work. All right, that's open. That's applied. I'm not going to do another one. Or even like ATS. Oh, yeah. No, exactly. Just, you know, I could see keeping a tight rein on it. Like, okay, you know, if you're going to put a map in, you got to submit the map, you know, to Run8. Let them test it. If it's not right, push it back going, hey, you need to fix this stuff, that stuff, whatever. You know, and then let Run8, you know, put it out through their website. The only trouble is like right now they're charging for every map. Come on. But I want to say this though, man. It's like I've been so much time in Railroader, I forgot how good Run8 looks. I was getting frustrated with it, but that was only because of the. There we go. Can't run up the ladder like you can in Railroader. That was the low res monitor that I was playing it on. I got a 4K, man. It looks really good now. Sun's starting to set. It's about real time too. I'm playing this real time today, a whole bit. Nice. But I mean, it's like you would open the floodgates. So that's the only thing. Is that you would see maps coming in, you'd see all kinds of locomotives coming in, you know, some of them not even part of the era. Okay. What just happened? What in the world just happened? Look at this. Yes! I had a car pick the switch and is now on the ground. Huh. I love it. I think that's officially like my third derail. Usually it's one of these cars that derails. Alright, let's see. And go that way. Am I in PCS, by the way? Let me go take a look. I am. Oops. that go. Come back out here. Ooh, there's that jitter. What is going on? Yeah, I think it might be. You know what? I even increased my processor too, and I still got a little bit of the jitters. I thought that would go away. I'm not dropping any frames. All right, let's do this. Close this up. There we go. We're gonna leave that open. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Bleed that one. Bleed that one. That one. Bleed that one. Let's go ahead. Jump back up into the cab. All right. PCS cleared. Pick the switch. All right, let's go ahead. Let's see if we can get this back up here on the rails. I mean, I could have right there. But nope, I'm going to try to do it this way. Don't go backwards. I don't want you going backwards. We're going to pull up. Come on, come on, come on. There it is. Woo, look at that. Almost like I knew what I was doing. All right. Let's get in here. Connect those. Go partial. Check other cars. Good. 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 You know, the nice thing about that was not even me making a mistake. All right. Ghost on back in, nice and slow. Thank you, Beer. Appreciate that. All right. Picking up some speed here. Let's go ahead and get some dynamics going here. I'm going to stay off the brakes. Train went into PCS. I go back, found that they had another broken. I mean, they got a lot of broken couplers up on that mountain. So they had to go back up, and they were pushing backwards. And they went back quite a ways before they found the other half of their train. All right. Come to a stop. That looks good. We'll just drop these cars right here. I think we're going to continue on. I got a lot of cars for Sierra Pacific, so we'll go check some of these other industries out as we work our way up. All right, let's push back a little bit. Someone threw a banana peel out there. Yeah, I'm looking at Hank. Hank all of a sudden got really quiet. Oh, and before I forget, too, ladies and gentlemen, if you like my content, please click the subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, helps the analytics, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm streaming next. Share it out with your friends, co-workers, fellow students. I had to say that. So there it is. There's my one and only commercial. Well, maybe I don't. So okay, so that was my supervisor right there. Mr. White's my supervisor. He threw that out there to see how I would handle the situation. I think I handled that situation just fine. It was a banana, not a burrito, Quincy. That's how I know it was you. If it's a California, it would have been burrito. You know what I just realized? I messed up again. Now I did make a mistake. I forgot. I got cars I got to take with me. I got nervous seeing my supervisor peeking at me from around the bush over there. All depends on what kind of burritos they are, Mr. White. What kind of burritos are you going for? Are you going for Taco Bell burritos? We got a problem. You're going for Chipotle burritos? We got a problem. That's the McDonald's of burritos. But if you're like making like a burrito off of a taco truck, carnitas with a green sauce, brown rice, pico de gallo, guacamole, ooh, I'm coming a little fast. Talking burritos, I forgot about what I was trying to do here. And this. Now I want to go get some carnitas. You know, we could add Mr. White to the mix on that multiplayer. We can get Hank, Mr. White, and you and me. Oh, you are so right. You are 100% so right, Del Taco. Honestly, the macho fries. Love them. You were gassy. Yeah, that sounds like... Okay, I got a story. So, this is back high school. Firefighter. I worked as a seasonal firefighter, wildland fire, what I used to do. A lot of fun. I enjoyed it. But one of the firefighters made a big old pot of red beans and rice. And it was really good. It really was. We ate that entire big, huge pot of it. That night, I think every single firefighter in that was gassy. And we're in the bay. All in the... Oh, actually, I'm sorry. We're in the dorm. And we are farting up a storm. And of course, I'm next to a window. I'm like, oh God! So I ran to one of the squads, and I got the air mat, or at least the mass portion from one of the Scott masks, Scott air packs. Stuck the hose out the window by my bunk. Had the mask on. I'm breathing fresh air. So my bunkmate next to me, he saw me go do it, so he went and got one. Well, one of the other guys got to go to the bathroom, saw him coming back with one. So pretty much everybody had a mask on it. And then the captain comes out of his room, and we could hear him just like, and he's ripping. I mean, this guy was huge to begin with, and he's ripping some massive farts. And he goes running out to the bay to go get a mask, and all you hear was, "Some bitch, there's no mask left." He comes back in, we're all laughing, but all you hear was like that because we're all laughing with masks on. Everybody had one with the hose hanging out the window. That just made me laugh. I was just thinking about that. Go partial. Gonna run down here. Oh, it was fun. Had some big fires up here. One of the bigger ones around, like in Napa County, up around the wineries. Oops. Stop it. There we go. Now I'm taking the cars with me. Riding on the front hood of a fire squad, because we were in Cazadero and the grass fire was moving so fast we couldn't keep up with it. So I had to sit on the hood of the squad with the hose, the PTO engaged, and yeah, we still couldn't keep up with the head of the fire. Or the night that we ended up, what else did we do? Oh yeah, I would do a fire watch one night and bunked out in the burn. Really didn't sleep. You can't sleep. You can lay down, but you just can't sleep because if it takes off, you got to respond to it. Sun starts to come up and dawn, and I'm looking at the ground, and I swear that I'm like, the ground's moving, guys. You know, and everyone's like, "Nah, you're just seeing things. It's not moving." No, I think the ground's moving. As the sun came up, everyone's like, "Yeah, the ground is moving." The hill we were on was one big, massive ant hill. Red ants, and they had all, they all hunkered down because of the fire, but they came out. Yeah, I was bit. CDF is who we were contracted with. My time was, well, let's see, it would have been late 70s, early 80s was my time. We were contracted with the Department of Forestry. And we would cover in for some city departments as well too that were on they had stations on the fringe between the city and the county. One of my claim to fames was rolling out to a medical aid call for a drunken female, only to find out that it was Grace Slick with a shotgun, and I got shot at. So if you don't know who Grace Slick is, well, you can look up Jefferson Starship. Jefferson Airplane, or just Airplane, or Starship. No, just Starship. So yeah, that Grace Slick. Couple of medical aid calls for Grateful Dead, Doobie Brothers. Interesting place. I could have gone back. I don't have anything for the tankers back there. I could have gone back and grabbed the tankers too, but I'm not going to. White Rabbit. No, exactly. All right, set to normal. Probably anything she could get her hands on, to be honest with you. Alright, little F11. We'll jump on the car. We're going to ride this backwards. Pick up the rest of the train, and we're going to continue on. Started with mush and ended with rooms. Exactly. I think that song covers pretty much everything. But then again, that whole story is about just that. Ah, you had that routine, huh? I didn't have that routine. Although we were having a water fight with, I forgot the technical name for them. It's been a long time, but these were like 5-gallon cans of water on your back, and you know, you had a little spray nozzle on there that you moved in a certain action that, well, that's where they got the nickname Jack Off Pump. And so we were having a water fight with those. And I came around the corner, and one of the other firefighters got a little much. Hit me in the chest with a straight stream from an 1.5-inch hose. Yeah, it kind of picked me up and pushed me back a little. And needless to say, I was slightly damp afterwards, too. A lot of grass fires, though. A lot of grass fires. Actually had a grass fire on that we had to go respond to on George Lucas's ranch. George Lucas of Star Wars fame. And his 2 fire trucks showed up, R2-D2 and C-3PO. I am not kidding. We had the Mendocino packs, which were 200-foot lengths of 1.5-inch double jacketed hose. All right. You know what I forgot the command? Remind me again. What's the command for the switch list? I forgot. Oh, switch list right here. Right control L. Duh. Hello. Right control L. All right. I have pickups. I do HB Fuller. That's back in there. HPI. I think I have those. Oh no, Heritage Propane. Those are the ones I need to get out there. Those are black cars. If there's propane, I need to put white cars in there. So I need to adjust the industry. Save Mart Distribution, Sierra Pacific, Sparky's Fireworks. That's at the end. Yeah, kind of fun when you sit there and lose the end of a line and then have to chase it. I think the entire time I was there, I had one structure fire. I'll never forget that one. Had a couple of suicides. Yep, those I'm not too proud to say those made me vomit. I'm gonna head down the line. I think I'm just gonna go and see what I can see as I go down the line here. Oops. There we go. All right. Let's come off the DPU, or the dynamic brakes, come on. Forward, give me some gas, come off the brake. Here we go, we're pulling, alright. JWD, do I have any JWD? No. I have a lot of SPI though. Forgot to do that? Forgot to do that. There we go. Alright, moving. Sorry, Quincy. I'm bad. Do I even have maps for this one? Let's see. That's Selkirk. I don't even want to talk about that. That server's got me frustrated. So, whole Selkirk Mohawk server got put on hold because it melted down. Here we go. Roseville. Whoops. Alright, Valley Sub, page 9. Going to page 9. Here we go. Ah. Oh, HBF is on the other side. Save Mark Distribution's on the other side. LBC Lumber's on the other side. So pretty much I'm heading for AWD, Genwell, Boards and Windows, Blackwood Furniture, and then EAS. I don't think I have any EAS. But if I am, I'm going to have to come off here now, and it's too late. I'm going to continue on. I'm continuing on. This is not a very efficient one. I need to come work this one. I haven't been on it. Well, even like SP Bob said, he's glad to see me back here on this in this subdivision. I have not been here in a while. So, all right. So if I do this. So Sparky's, my set outs. I have Sparky's. Nope, but I do have one that needs to be picked up. And I got a whole bunch for... Got a whole bunch of loaded that need to be picked up from Sierra Pacific. So, I'm going to do some work down there, which will probably take the majority of the remaining amount of time I have, which is just about 50 minutes or so. If even that. No, 40 minutes. See Sunday? Ah! Well, gentlemen, you move away. You guys, you guys have one for you. Hey, beer, have a good one. I will catch you Sunday. Who knows? I might even pop in and. Well, you know what? Actually, I need to. I'll send you a message in Discord, Beard. I got a question to ask you, but I'll do that off stream. Other than that, yeah, you guys take care. Have a good one. Yeah, I got about 30 minutes left. 30 to 40. Let's go ahead and see what I can do here. You be quiet. All right, question got asked. We'll see what the answer is. Back to my channel. Nah, just me hanging out. Okay. Ooh, Railroader chat. What's going on here? Yeah, you know what, Hank? If you're still hanging out there, I just saw your message in my Discord. Yeah, I actually have been looking at Century of Steam. So it does look interesting. I mean, I don't want to get sidetracked because I'm right. I mean, I let Railroader. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with everybody here. I mean, I let Railroader pull me away from Run8, and I should not have done that. Railroader's different than Run8. Yes. I think Railroader is more of a game. It has, it's got the railroad experience. You get to work industries. You get to make money. You get to expand your railroad. That is a great concept, and it's that. And I think talking with Hank, it's that sense of accomplishment is what makes Railroader excellent. Yeah. Oops. BFW setouts. Blackwood furniture. I do have some for. I got 3 boxcars for Blackwood furniture. All right, let's go ahead and. I kind of really needed to be over on that, so I may have to do a little back in. I'm going to keep the main line. I have the authority. Why? Because I gave it to me. So, and the other thing I'm going to do too, I'm going to block a crossing right here. Because I mean, it's after 6 o'clock. They've all should have gone home. There should be no commute traffic here. Just what you see on the road over there. All right, let's take a look. Where's my map again? But I want to see how it plays, because Century of Steam, it seems like it plays. I mean, well, it seems like it's going to play very well. Railroader, for those that are not used to steam locomotives or playing steam, and I'm pointing my finger at Hank right now, is that he was not a fan of steam locomotives, but the interface is such that it makes it fun. So, and the thing about Railroad I like is that they found ways to work switching puzzles into, into the game. So it's not just we're going to put an industry here. They actually figured out switching puzzles. Cars 34 through 36. Blackwood furniture. Alright, I'm going to get out here and walk around because Blackwood furniture was right here. Got all those cars to pull out. So cars 34 to 36. I want to see where I got to go. No, it's a wonderful game. It's absolutely a wonderful game. And I'll take the heat. I had somebody the other day tell me that it was all my fault that they were losing sleep. You know what? I'm glad to have done that to you. Wow, it's all the way down here. Okay, so it's right after. I got these 3 boxcars here. Okay, I need to pull up. So I'm going to ride this one up. Kicking is easy. I don't do a lot of it. I mean, that's just basically backing up. You back up at say about 5-6 miles an hour. You pull the pin on the coupler, and then you slam the train into the brakes, and then the car. Just make sure you're standing on the side that's braking, and the car will actually go and start rolling under its own momentum. The Dutch drop, that one's a little more tough. I haven't even tried that one, but my understanding on Dutch drop would be that it's the same thing. You're traveling at speed, but you've got to switch that the points are facing to you. So it's a matter of dropping the car and pulling away and getting far enough away that your conductor can flip the switch so that the car that's following the train will go into that siding. Um, I don't know if is that a thing now, Quincy? Do they still do that? I don't know. And as far as like kicking cars, I think I talked about this on my stream one time before too. Um, as far as safety is concerned, the FRA had put out um, they had a letter of recommendation, I guess is the best way to put that, that when it came to kicking cars, don't do it. They do it. Okay, I figured, man, if you got guys that are like you that have been doing it for decades, probably very good at it. Me, I'd just be like, yeah, this ain't working. Let's turn around. Let's do a run around and get it done. There's some old videos I watched of guys doing that. We still do, and the roll by and grab. Okay, that one. I have to look that one up. I mean, I would watch guys do Dutch drops. Some of the old guys, old timers, as they're doing the Dutch drops, and one guy's riding the car, and working the handbrake, so the car will bring the car to a stop, so it's not slamming into other cars. Roll by and grab. That one. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Yep, I'll be searching YouTube tonight. Alright, I don't know if anybody's ever watched the movie. I guess I just watched it the other night on YouTube. Not YouTube, sorry, no. Netflix. The new Roadhouse remake. I probably would have called it something. It's a good movie, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I would have called it a Roadhouse remake. The original Roadhouse with Patrick Swayze is still a classic, and I mean it's typical Patrick Swayze. Um, and I don't know, after Brokeback Mountain, I just can't see Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever his name is. I don't know. I don't know. Get creative when working short spur line industries. You only have so much room to play with. Oh, I bet you that. Yeah. At which point, I want to find the guy that designed that portion of the track and slap him. Here, you drive this thing. Tell me what's wrong. Roll by and grab. I'm gonna look that up right now. Got some little ways to go yet here. You guys see there's a new Highlander series or a movie coming out or a series? There can be only one. All right, roll by and grab. and nothing that came up had to do with railroad. I'm sitting here looking at my text window here, and I'm looking, the chat, and it's. Now picture this working a short line spur with big road power. Can you guess how well that plays out? Not very well. That's the first thing that comes to mind after blinking at that for like, what? Which, honestly, why in Run 8 I wish they would give us SW1500 switchers. One, because I just love them. I think they're great little switch engines. They're used a lot around here, especially in Stockton. But I mean, there's stuff that they need to give us in this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still gonna say it. Run 8 is still the best train simulator out there. But there's things that they need to do. You already know what I'm going to say, Quincy. Not going to repeat myself. I think this is one of those. Actually, this is exactly what we were talking about. I'm gonna just continue on. I think I need to work this one. This is exactly what we're talking about here. Because I pretty much have to go. I should have pulled into the siding that's here on my left, and then pulled down this down here. Left the cars that I don't need. But I've got an awful lot of cars between what I need to drop off and what the room they gave me. So I'm just going to head on down the road and take care of Sierra Pacific. Do any new local? No, it's the same locals and cars that would be on any sub. So there's nothing new as far as the rolling stock is concerned. Whatever car pack or locomotive packs you have, they're going to work on the Roseville sub. The Roseville sub is primarily Union Pacific. So although you can use anything that comes in your DLCs, whatever you want to run, you can also do it kind of like Railroader, to be honest with you, is that with Railroader, it's more. Well, I named it, Yosemite Valley Railroad, and I kind of imagine what things were like in this area where I live when, steam trains used to leave here and then wind their way up into the Yosemite Valley. And there was a lot of logging that used to go on up in there. In fact, if you go and take a look at openrailways.org, you can look at that website and look up Yosemite Valley Railroad. They still show the tracks. Now the tracks are no longer there. The right-of-way is no longer there. A lot of the areas have been, torn up and housing developments put in place. But there was also a straight shot logging flume that used to come down out of the mountains and come down here into this area where I live, and that's pretty cool. I mean, that's pretty in itself interesting history on rail and logging. So, but long gone. But that's really what I do. That's why I play Railroad. I just imagine what it was like back in the day before what we have now. But as far as Run 8 is concerned, you know, the packs are separate. The subdivisions are separate. Locomotive packs are separate. And so if you have, or as an example, if you have all of the locomotive packs that will give you everything that's for Southern Pacific, you can run those locomotives here. It'd be just like back in the day, you know, back in the early 90s, late 80s when Southern Pacific was still around. Better get back up to the head end. Oh, I mean, that was kind of a long way to get around to the answer of no. When you buy a subdivision, there's no different cars that come with it. It's just the map. So, and of course, you can always go look at the PDF maps that they have on the Depot Plus website. You can also, if you really want to see where it winds around, you can look at Open Railways as well too. And it's kind of cool to look at that and to see that they made it as accurate as possible. So this one, right? I mean, SP, man, I don't know. I've heard rumors as to why that folded, you know, and Union Pacific took it over. But from what the rumor I heard was that the last guy that owned Southern Pacific, it was just some rich guy that, you know, hey, I got a model railroad in my house. I can run a railroad. No. My track speed here is like 55, but I'm like 15 to 20, although I'm sitting at 10 right now, so notch 4, we'll ramp it up a little bit. I mean, I think kids, we were stupid. We played on the railroad tracks. Trains hardly ever came by the time we were playing there, but they would come by once in a while, and we always carried pennies. Had to put pennies on the railroad tracks. To see those big gray and red machines coming through. Welcome to the Valley Sub. So you get, what do you get? Nice. Yeah, we had it. My godfather, when he was still alive, and I was a little tyke. I know now he broke some rules, but it was actually pretty cool to be inside, you know, get in a locomotive and go from Emeryville to Sacramento, because one train crew would say, yes, let him come on up in the cab, he can ride up here. And then the next train crew, which we swapped out and jumped from one Amtrak train to another, go from Sacramento to over the mountain to Reno. That crew, no, we don't want him in. That's against the rules. Can't do that. So okay, well, no worries. Just thought I'd ask. You know, no is no. So the first half of the trip I'd be in the locomotive. Second half of the trip I'd be back in the back in the cars with my mom and my godmother, and he'd be working, taking tickets from passengers. Why? I thought I'd ramp up, and I slowed down instead. We're saying about working manned helpers back then, going through the tunnels on Tehachapi, you would literally get smoked out. I would imagine. Yeah. I can imagine. Now it's like no. I mean, you try to find out anything about Union Pacific, and I mean, just try to do a search for their radio frequencies. It's almost impossible unless you know the website. So, and there is one if you're into ham radio. It's an excellent website. It has all the frequencies for trains as well too, and little $30 Baofeng radio that I bought. You cannot broadcast on it unless you have a ham radio license, which I do. But you can certainly tune in the radio frequencies for UP and BNSF. I should be coming up here on the left-hand side, should be Sparky's Fireworks. I'm surprised they haven't, Quincy. You know, in the age of satellite communications, purely digital downlinks. But, depending on the radio that you buy, I have... because my Yaesu can receive digital signals. And there's a little device for those like the Baofengs which don't. There is a little device that you can plug into the radio that actually gives you that option to pick up and send and receive digital. It's supposed to rain up here. In fact, it's supposed to be thunder and lightning tonight and all day tomorrow. So if you're getting rain, I should be getting rain. Into the weather. Yeah, not supposed to start raining until about 11 o'clock, but right now it's 40% 11, 65%. So the rule of thumb I have here in California, anything under 50%, it will not rain. So it's supposed to be not until midnight. It's supposed to rain, and it's supposed to rain nonstop until about 4 o'clock in the morning. And then 50% tomorrow, and of course I work tomorrow all day at there's a festival. This organization rented out the campus, so they're having a festival on our campus. We do this every so often. You know, the school gets to make some extra money, and so I get to go basically get on the golf cart and spend 8 hours driving around campus to make sure they're not getting into places that they should not be in. Supposed to get that storm here on Sunday down there in Arizona, I believe. I think you said is where you're at. NXDN, yep. Saw that too, Quincy. Yeah, somewhere already trying the NXDN. And ham radio operators, I'll tell you right now that they're a very inventive bunch, and a lot of train spotters are ham operators because it's so easy to get a license now. You know, I actually went through Arizona, my picture of Arizona was nothing but, you know, cactus and deserts, and I'm not a fan of that. But I have to tell you, when we went, I took a road trip heading toward Tennessee, and Flagstaff, that was very pretty up there. I think if I was going to live anywhere in Flagstaff, in Arizona, it would be Flagstaff. I love the mountain. I love the coast too. I think I love the mountains a little bit more than the coast, because I actually did live in South Lake Tahoe, the armpit of California, for a while. So, short while, miss it. But, oh yeah, no, I mean, I love that. It's a different kind of a mountain, but I used to spend a lot of my time hiking up around, you know, the mountains. I'd go up there and I'd be out where I can see everything, and I would see the train, watch the trains snake through the mountains. So, and of course, go to Truckee, would hang out in Truckee for a while. Of course, what's in the, now this is the one thing, Truckee in this map that I'm on right now is nothing like what it is today. They tore out the entire train yard and built a yuppie town square up there. A yuppie, you know, I mean, all kinds of yuppie shops and everything. Really sad. Very sad. So the industries that were accepting cars up there pretty much are gone. There's a few, if you look at Open Railway maps, there are a few little spurs they have up there, but the entire yard that used to be up there is gone. That, yeah, I just, you know, they don't understand the history that they tore apart. It did the same thing in Monterey. I'm a huge Steinbeck fan. I love his books. And once again, in high school, one of my sports was scuba diving. And we had a dive instructor that used to be a cameraman for Jacques Cousteau. So we would go down to Monterey, do our checkout dives down there. And this was before they built the aquarium in Monterey. And you used to be able to walk through, and old Cannery Row was like 1930s Cannery Row. It had that old Steinbeck feel to it. And you used to be able to walk up, old building, walk up, look in the window, and that was Doc Ricketts' little shop. And he had all his jars and stuff for, because, you know, being a marine biologist, he had all his little specimens, and they left a lot of that stuff there. And it was a tourist attraction. Well, then they built the aquarium, which was state of the art when the day that it opened up. And somebody said, well, gee, we got this nice state of the art aquarium. The rest of the downtown area and the County Row area doesn't meet up with what this aquarium has. It looks so run down and ugly. They tore everything out. Yeah, and it's sad. I mean, there's so much history in that sometimes for the almighty dollar, we destroy a lot of ourselves. We get rid of a lot of. That's my, anyway. I'm off that. I just now depressed myself. Where's my Thorazine? I'm kidding. Today was Friday. I do have to take my medication though. I just saw that was that. I got a message from my daughter, so yep, I'm coming up. We got about 10 minutes left on the stream, then I gotta go call my daughter. I think just in time to get up here to where Sierra Pacific Railroad's at, or Sierra Pacific Industries are at. I think the next time though, I won't pre-sort the train, but I will build it. I'll need to know, like, CSS only can handle 3, maybe 4 cars, and that's all I'm going to put on the train. I'll build the train that way. But am I going to pre-sort the train? No, I'm not going to pre-sort the train. I have plenty of room in the yard right now to where I could have just like had 2 LRVs. Yeah, LRV64 locals. I think I definitely will find my way back to Nevada, though. I love living in Nevada. So, oh, I see some white dots right there. So I'm coming up. I think right around the corner here is where we'll start working. I need to think on the tail end of this thing. No, use more. Where did I see it in the setouts? I thought, oh, you know what? I saw it here. Sparky's Fireworks. I have one pickup. Not going to worry about that. Sparky's Fireworks. There he is. SYF. And then just past that is Sierra Pacific, and then I'll pull into the siding there. 3,000. Oh, I don't know if I have enough room to get off the main. Ooh. 3,500, and I only got room for 3,000. So yeah, it's gonna be a bit tight. Oh well. If you play solo, so yeah, Deck. I'm gonna tell you right now, if you play solo, you can go back and go back and look. I've got a few videos. You'll see me in Sparks. You get mountain running going through. If you run a road train from the Davis Yard in Roseville over the mountain to Sparks, so that's something that's unique. Gotta run, Forrest. You got like I say, you got locals that you can run from. You know, about 4 locals out of Roseville that you can run, this being one of them, the longest one. And then you have 6 different locals in Sparks that you can run. The very busy, I'm going to tell you right now, the very busy file, I guess, or what you can load up in the world is a little too busy. Because really what this particular line that we're on here on the Valley sub, this one, the Valley sub connects to the Canyon sub. The Canyon sub was what goes through, that's what goes through the Feather River Canyon. So we don't have all the Valley sub in this. We have one where most of the industries are at. If we once it becomes the Canyon sub, the only other town that it goes through is going to be Oroville. We got a little bit of there. The rest of it's just all mainline running anyway. So yeah, I mean he's right. I mean Quincy. I mean you can spend. I mean if you have a train that comes in. Ooh. How about if I slow down? Whoa! Yeah, a little bit fast. Used to overnight at the Nugget in Sparks. Custom room overlooking the yard. There you go. Oops. Count down. Counting up. I don't want to count up. I think I want to count down. I'll shift this one. There we go. A little late. Yeah, when I take the train and go from Sacramento to Reno, I pretty much walk from the station to either the Silver Legacy or Circus. And there's one of those. They're all 3 connected now. They're all part of the same company. And I'll be honest with you, I went to last time I stayed there. Circus was yeah, no, not really recommended. Roseville makes trains cry. What? So this is about pretty much the end of the Valley sub when it comes to this map. Just up there is the end of the track. That's as far as it goes. Right. So I mean, and everybody's always complaining too. I mean, well, not complaining. The big wish from a lot of people is that this map would eventually get connected to the SoCal maps, so you could really go from, you know, Southern California, come up through Barstow, go over to, you know, or, you know, come up from San Bernardino, Barstow, then head up maybe up to Calwa, Fresno, then come up through the valley through Stockton. It's the Fresno sub and the Stockton sub, depending on which train you want to do. But yeah, I mean, it's Fresno. I think Fresno is, I might have this backwards, but I think Fresno is Union Pacific and Stockton is Burlington Northern Santa Fe, but they both come up to Stockton, and then they have track rights from there all the way up into Roseville. They kind of split off. They both go to the San Francisco Bay Area, so lots of railroading in the SF Bay Area. I mean, you can work intermodal yards at, you know, Port Richmond, Port Oakland. I mean, there's so much potential in Run8. There really is. And this is why I'm kind of a fan of, okay, like they do in Farming Sim, here's our modding tool, go to work and put it out there. Somebody out there is going to make that map that will connect Southern California to the Northern California map. Somebody is going to make that map that goes from Stockton out to the Bay Area. Somebody's going to make that map that goes all the way down into San Diego, connect all of California, then start working your way up into Oregon, Washington. A lot of people want that too. You know, I don't understand either. I mean, and then of course we talked about this, and this is my rant on Run8. I'm going to close out my stream with this rant. It's been December. It's been almost 4 months since we heard anything from Run8, and no updates. I mean, I can tell you right now, there's maps out of Mohawk and Selkirk. They need some updates. They need some love. Okay, I'm sure there's some issues down in the SoCal maps that they need to take care of. There are some issues that are in the Pittsburgh maps that they need to take care of and to do some updates. They've been awfully quiet. I'm not understanding why all of a sudden, and there's no communication. I've been in the Depot Plus forums looking for stuff. I don't do Facebook, so if they're communicating through Facebook, I'm going to miss it. So I just don't do Facebook. So, but it's one of those things that they need to really do a better job of staying in communication with their community. And that would be something I would love to see them do, is have their own YouTube channel and come out once a month. This is what we're working on. This is what we're trying to do. Hey, we're here. We got an update coming out. We got an update for the San Bernardino sub. You know, something along those lines. Communicate, because if not, they're going to lose their fan base to other games, not to other simulators, but they'll lose their fan base to games like Railroader. You know, I mean, I'll keep playing Run8. I love Run8. Run8, honestly, Run8 scratches my itch for not having a model railroad in my house. Railroader just scratches my itch to play trains on my computer. So, well, yeah, I know. It's like, you know, what you were talking about when he came on about a month ago. You know, about the time that just after Railroader was released, he came on and talk about where he was going to go and, you know, get bigger hard drives because I'm going to fill them. And what have we seen since? Talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. I feel bad myself already because I talked about my server you know, but I was going to get Mohawk and Selkirk server going, but that died. You know, that's because of hardware. And I'll be honest with you, I mean, it's a kind of a low priority to buy a new computer just to run one item on. That's it. But that being said, I'm already starting looking at next year, budgeting, setting aside money to buy all the components to build a new computer, which means that this one that I'm playing on will now become the Run8 server later on. So, well, you know what? Actually, you had said that to me as well, Quincy, when we were chatting in Discord, that it was damage control to keep people from bailing off a Run8. That's only going to work so much. If you don't back up your talk, they're not going to stay. Gamers are fickle. You're gonna have people like me, like you, like Kung Fu Beer, um, like Hank, and even Hank, who has his Pittsburgh server going with. Well, he's fallen in love with Railroader. He forgot all about his server and then realized that it crashed, and he didn't know it crashed until I tried to sign into it. So, you know, they need to do something. And if they're going to, you know, hey, we've taken it as far as we can take it, have fun with it. This is all we're going to have. You know what? Then be honest and tell your fan base that. Because I mean, you got people out there that are like me. I play Lord of the Rings Online. It's a Lord of the Rings based MMO. It is 17 years old this year. Okay, I started playing it 13 years ago. I still play it to this day because it plays great. Am I going to walk away from Run8? I'm not walking away from Run8. It's just now going to share time with another train simulator, or another train program. I'm not going to call it a simulator. See, but that's the thing is, you know, V2 and V3 is years, and when if V4 ever comes out, people are going to come over here, jump on it, grab it, and then they're going to leave. Your hardcore train addicts are going to stay. You know, but if you want to keep everybody, you need to communicate. You know, if I had the free time, I'd love to be the community liaison. But you got to give me something. You know, I mean, I'll bring it out on YouTube, but you got to stay in contact with me. I downloaded Doom. Wow. All right, let's go take a look. I'm like right here, too close to the switch, but let's see. Let's see if I made it in, because I started my count a little bit late. I got a lot of cars. I'll run through them. I got all these that I got to pull out. I got a lot to put in. Then I've got some box cars over here that need to go in. All part of SPI. Not box cars, I'm sorry. These are hoppers for sawdust. So I got a lot of cars going back and forth, back and forth. What is that sitting there? Oh, it's a truck. So I got all these I got to pull out. So I'll be going back and forth a lot. But let's see. I'm still sitting on the main line. Oh well. Not like anybody's going to be coming anytime soon. And if I do have a train set to come down this main line, well, since the main line is blocked, it's, you know, auto should not launch it. But I think I have it. I think I have that turned off, so I can just call supply trains as I need them. Three years going to download Doom. Run8's rep hasn't been the best. No, it really hasn't. I mean, a lot of people. Well, first of all, there are things that you need to invest in. One is going to be there are still people that play Run8 on Steam, not on Steam, but on Twitch. You know what? Invest in putting your logo on Twitch. So if they run it, at least there's a logo, not a generic Twitch logo. That's number one. Number two, put it on Steam. My biggest argument for that is if I have a hard drive meltdown and it was on Steam, put a new hard drive in, reload Windows, and then go to Steam and re-download everything. I won't really lose anything. It's in my library on Steam. There are people I've had conversations with during my streams. I would come back to Run8, but I spent over $600 to get everything, and then my hard drive melted, and I can't get it back. I'm not going to go spend that money again. So, yeah, no, it's, yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, like I said, it's only BS if they don't back up the talk. So, back it up. You know, take I don't know, take the A line. Bring some of your new assets into the A line and go, okay, there's an update on the A line. Boom, here it is. These are the things I'm doing for you. You know, and in the meantime, I'm working on this. I'm working on Savannah. I'm working on this. But if you're just going to come into a Discord channel, you know, and not back up what you say, that's what I'm saying. It's like you should have, you know, a session. You have somebody like me or Kung Fu Beer that, you know, we stream onto YouTube. Okay, here it is, our monthly Q&A session. Great. I got my moderator here. My daughter would do it. I could just ask my daughter, hey, I need you to be there on this day for moderation. She'd do it. You know, and okay, what question do you have? And, you know, Tana would read the question out. And we would have a discussion on that question. Go to the next topic, next topic. Stay in contact with your fan base. But all that being said, don't let me turn you guys, if you're watching this wondering, should I buy Run8? If you love trains, if you want to operate a train, real world physics, real world operations, this is a simulator for you. Nothing comes close, and I've looked at them all. It's open world, it's sandbox. The only scenarios that you run are ones you create for yourself. And I always said that this is my virtual model railroad. It's literally, I'm walking into my virtual basement. I'm looking at, what do I want to do? I want to run a road train today. The next day, what do I want to do? You know what? I feel like working on scenery. Let me go tweak some industries like I need to do on Roseville on the Valley sub. Okay, let me go tweak some industries. What do I want to do on the next day? Oh, the next day I want to run a local. I got cars I need to pick up. I got set outs I need to deliver. I need to go build another car. Oh, I need to go, what do I do today? I need to work the yard. I got trains that came in. I need to push them over the hump. You know, what do I want to do? Hey, I got a bunch of buddies that are going to come on. We're going to have an operating session. Great, let's get that ready to go. That's what you do in a model railroad. Okay, that's what you can do with Run8. So, railroader, kind of, sort of. I mean, the scenario is a daily thing. I mean, every day you start your day, you finish your day, and the idea in the scenario is that you complete all your work, and then you go on to the next day. You make money, you expand your railroad, and so there's that sense of accomplishment. That's why Railroader is not, to me, is not a simulator, it's a game. Is it worth it as far as early development? Absolutely it is. Absolutely it is. I mean, it's a different look, it's a different era, it's a different feel, it's fun. Run8 is a simulator. It's fun. If you really want to learn how to operate a train, get Run8 and talk to Quincy White. He will teach you. I just threw you under the bus, Quincy. And join my Discord. Join my Discord, select Run8. In there, I have the link to GCORE, General Code of Operating Regulations, Rules, whatever you want to say R is. This is what all the railroads follow. You want to learn how to run a railroad? Read that manual. If you can't sleep at night, read that manual. But it will teach you. And with Run8, you will learn what it takes to run a railroad. Not economically, how to actually run a train. And it's fun. So, you know what, Quincy, I'm angry too. But I'm not going to quit. I'm angry. I'm not angry at Run8. Run8's a phenomenal piece of software. I'm angry at the people that are not staying in contract with the fan base. That's what I'm angry about. So, Katie Deck, I'm going to tell you, budget yourself. Yeah, I mean, get good enough to join a server. I go back and forth. I mean, if you were to you asked a question earlier on, what sub to get? Honestly, get the Pittsburgh line. You want to get good on how to handle a train? That Pittsburgh line with all its hills, that's a tough line. You know, and Hank's got a server. You know, come on, you can run with us. You can get in his Discord, my Discord. We'll have a great time. You know, if Southern California is more your feel, there's the Mateo. I mean, you got the public Run8 or the Depot server, and then there's a Depot Plus if you want to get super into it. Those guys are all railroaders like Quincy, and they play hardcore. I mean, but that's exactly how that's their life on the rails anyway, and they just keep it going. You know, the server Mocell, which is like I said, it's still not, man, it might come up. I might leave it up on this machine that I'm using right now and take it down more periodically, but Hank's, you know, the Pittsburgh line is up. So lots of work to do there. And then, of course, if you have Railroader, hey, come play with us there too. I mean, we're always looking for people that are going to take railroading seriously. Well, I'm going to say, to act mature, not be immature about what they're doing. Sort cars on Railroader, deliver cars to industries, you know, kind of like farming tonight. Friday night was supposed to be Farming Simulator. Farming Simulator Fridays. I got a server up for Farming Simulator as well. So if someone wants to, I don't mind someone asking questions. Farming ran me through the ground with questions. Oh yeah, I did. We had a great talk. That was one of my best streams ever. Was when we had a Q&A session with Quincy. I should actually put that up on my YouTube page. I'll go find that one and have that up as the one to watch. If you want to watch it, just have it come up as soon as you join my page. But it's I would do it. Anyway, I've been rattling on for 15 minutes after I was supposed to stop this. I need to go call my daughter back. I need to call a coworker back. Tomorrow will be another late one. It will be Railroader. I am working all day Saturday. And then I'll have something on Sunday. If my daughter's not working, it'll probably be Lord of the Rings. Demonologist is out for a while until she gets a better machine. That one is in early access, and they've updated it so much that it doesn't run on her machine anymore. But it will be, like, if you're interested in like an old style MMO, and you're a fan of Lord of the Rings, hey, Lord of the Rings Online, it is free. A free download, free to play to level 90, level 150 is max, but it's free to play. That is a lot. That is a lot of gaming there. I play on the Crick Hollow server along with my daughter. If you want to try that, come play there. So anyway, I will catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me, Quincy and Beer and Hank, Deck, anybody else that's listening. Like I said, don't before if you're not a subscriber, please click that subscribe button, give me the thumbs up, hit the notification bell, share it out with friends, family, perfect strangers. Just make out a little pamphlet for the walk down the street. Go watch this stream. Anything like that, and come join the fun. Anyway, I will catch you guys later. Been a pleasure. Have a good evening. I will see you sometime tomorrow. Bye-bye.